And today you get to be my guinea pig. I mean, you get to be my class. And appreciate Amy Peterson's, I mean, she begged me to be able to come. No, she was really very busy this week, but was gracious enough to come and to record this. So I appreciate your being here as well. Chair yoga, of course, when you think of chair yoga, is largely for people who have limited mobility. It's good for nursing homes, and I'll be doing a presentation there next month. And for assisted living facilities, still trying to get in there. And it's good for anybody that would like a gentler type of yoga exercise. In fact, it's good for anybody who would simply, maybe you're working in a stressful job, or you work at a desk all day and are leaning over the desk and over the typewriter or what have you. It's good for anybody to help you in terms of your breathing, your posture, and your flexibility. Posture is one of the first things that yoga emphasizes, and something that has never been one of my strong suits. But it's important that we do sit straight and tall. One of the reasons that's important, well, there's a couple of reasons, but if you're leaning over all the time, imagine you've got, our heads are about 12 pounds, about the size of a small bowling ball. So imagine you were holding a bowling ball and you were holding it straight overhead, and then you decided you were going to carry it like this for a while. And you can imagine which is the most difficult. You're going to get a lot more strain from holding it out in front of you. The same is true for our heads. In fact, a very interesting picture I've got shows that when we're leaning over, as we tend to sometimes do as we get older, but also if we're working at a desk or anywhere, when you're leaning forward, we're putting about 4 times as much weight and pressure on our backs and our spine, on our necks, than if we're sitting up straight. So the first thing we need to do is to sit up straight. A couple of ways that we can make sure that we are is to, let's call rooster neck. You have your head forward, so put your finger right there. Push, and just push it straight back, not up, but back. And then your head will be aligned. Also, bring your shoulders up, back, and down. And now we should be in pretty good alignment. So one of the most important things in yoga is working on posture so that our bodies can work even more efficiently. Another important thing is breathing. That's kind of an important thing in life. And again, when we're leaning forward, our posture's bad, it's kind of hard to get a full breath. And even then, we often are just breathing off the top part of our lungs. We need to be taking deep breaths and filling our lungs with the good oxygen that the universe provides us. So I'd like you, first of all, as we start today, just to really get relaxed, to put your hands on your knees, sitting up straight, close your eyes, and let's just take a few breaths. Breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. Open your eyes. Another exercise that is helpful in improving our breathing and our posture. You would take your arms up like goalposts and then bring them together. This is called bellows. So we, on the inhale, and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back now to our knees. Flexibility is also an important part of chair yoga. So what I want you to do now is to place one hand, I'm putting my right hand on my left knee. Put your hand on the back of the chair and turn gently. Turn from your waist. I don't want you scooting around. I mean, that's pretty easy. let's just turn from our waist. Come back to center. The other side. An exercise that helps in all of these things that I've been talking about is called a modified sun salutation. I'll go through it with just one time so you see what we're doing, and then we'll do it together. But we'll bring our hands to our heart center, raise our hands overhead, and then come into goal posts, and then lean forward. Don't bend over, but lean forward from your waist. Our hands will be on our knees. Slide down to our toes. Back up to our knees. Back to goal posts. Sitting up. And back to the heart center. Let's do that, all of us together. Hands on knees. Hands to shins, looking forward with a straight back. Back down. Goal posts. So back up. Back to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Goal posts. Leaning forward. Hands on knees. Toes. Chin. Down to toes again. Goal posts. And sit up straight. Bring your hands back to your left. Notice that when we do the goal post, that helps us to keep that back straight. It's a little harder to bend your back if your arms are extended, which helps the pecs then to stretch and build some strength there, which also then helps us to maintain our proper posture. Another thing that's good for the back, you scoot up in your chair just a little bit. We're going to do a series that's called cat-cow. Some of you may know this already. It's something that's done usually on the floor in a typical yoga class. But with your hands on your knees, arch your back like a cat, and then come up and bend your back in the other direction. You see, this is called cow. So we go down, cat, up cow. Cat, cow. One more time, cat, and cow. All right, what we're going to do next then, we've been talking about cats. There's one kind of cat that isn't quite as generally probably wouldn't want it as a house pet, and that's the lion. This is one of my favorite exercises. It might not be a favorite of people in the kitchen and the people out there, but what we're going to do, and I really want you to get into this, because it's not only good exercise for your lungs and your vocal cords, but it just feels good. What we're going to do, we're going to bring our arms up like this, like claws, and then we're going to stretch outward and roar. And I don't want to hear any wimpy lions. Okay? And if they wonder what's going on, well, I'll give them something to think about. Okay. Roar! Well, that's not bad. Roar! Roar! That's not bad. Boy, we got. I hope we didn't. I don't think anybody's. Okay. We're talking about animals actually now, and there are a couple of birds. I said at the Wellness Center, I think the lion scared all the birds out of the room, but there was one bird that won't be too intimidated, and that's the eagle. And the pose is, first of all, I'll be crossing my ankles, my right over my left, and then my arms, the right under the left. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. The easiest way is to give yourself a hug. Some people would prefer to do it like this. The full pose is to, like I've got my right over my left, and I put my left arm over and entwine the arms And some of you might be able to do that. One thing that my teacher, one teacher said one time is there is no pain in yoga. That's for football. So if you start feeling a lot of pain, I don't mean just some, pulling up the muscles and normal kinds of things, but if you feel something sharp, don't do it. Back off. Another thing about yoga is listening to your body. So do what you can do, but don't force yourself to do something that's going to injure you. So get your arms in whatever position works for you. Inhale, and then like the bird going to sleep. Lean forward. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up and under. Cross your arms and reach them out like wings, and let's flap our wings. You can even use your wrists a little bit, getting some good motion, and even move your arms around so you're getting some lubrication there in your shoulders. Okay. Now in yoga, what you do on one side, we always do on the other side. Balance is important also. So cross your left over your right, and now you're the left arm under. Same way. Okay. And we'll do the same thing. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up. Reach your wings out again and fly. Okay. Alrighty, back to our knees. I didn't do this with seniors, but I'm going to do it here today. Let's do the other side. Hands on the knee and on the ankle. Lean forward. Inhale. Lean forward. One more time. Okay, let's get back to neutral. I am watching the time, so don't worry. That's the reason there's a clock right in front of us. That's why they put them in the back of churches too, What we're going to do now is, well, we've had a very good lunch. I try to eat a little bit lighter than I usually do because, as a rule of thumb, you're really not supposed to eat a lot right before yoga. This is chair yoga. It's not quite as intense, but anyway. We had a good dessert, but in case some of you are a little hungry, we're going to pick some apples. And this, let me do it one time just to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to reach up, grab the apple, reach out, and drop it in the basket. That's easy, isn't it? Okay, let's all do that together. One on. Reach up, grab the apple, reach out, drop it in the basket. Again, reach up, grab the apple, reach out, drop it in the basket. Now we're going to do the other side. Reach up, grab the apple, drop it in the basket. Reach up, grab the apple, drop it in the basket. Now we don't want to be stingy, so this time we're going to reach up, grab the apple, and give it away. Okay, same. Reach up, grab the apple, give it away. The other side. Reach up, grab the apple, give it away. Reach up, grab the apple, give it away. Now, we're going to have to think. That scares me. But this is what we're going to do this time. We're going to reach up, grab the apples, drop one in the basket, and give the other one away. The hand up if you're giving it away, the hand down when you're dropping it. Okay? Same side, let's do it one more time. Reach up, grab the apple, drop it, and give it away. Other side. Grab the apple, reach up, drop it in the basket, and give it away. Reach up, grab the apple. Whoa. Drop the apple and give it away. One more time. Obviously my mind has a crosswire in there somewhere. Okay, let's grab those apples. Let's give one away and drop the other in the basket. Other side, reach up, grab them, get one away and drop the other in the basket. Okay. Whew. I don't know about you, but I dropped a few. So let's reach to the opposite side and pick up one that we dropped. It's pretty bruised, so let's throw it away. Reach over, pick one up. That's bruised too, so let's throw that one away. Okay. Now we've got a lot of apples here. Don't know what we're going to do with them. Why don't we make some apple cider? It's a good thing it's kind of cool, getting that kind of weather. Put your hands together like you're holding a tray here. And this is a really good one for your shoulders, all of your joints. We're going to bring them out to the side, up overhead. Don't drop it. You got to keep your hands flat. Don't spill. Keep your hands pointing up. Bring them back around, out to the side. Oh, and back to the middle. Okay. All right, all of you have that. Watch now again. We're going to do it out to the side, up. Don't drop it. Don't spill it. Turn your hands in toward each other. Turn them back out, back around to the inside, and then turn them out to the side. Well, like this. Yeah. Okay, let's do that again. We're getting it. Okay. Up. Turn your hands in. Remember, your palms are always going to be facing up. Otherwise, you're going to be dropping a lot of juice there, cider. One last time. It'll promise to be the last one. Okay. Here we go. Up. Back down. Okay. I said don't drop any, but I suspect that didn't turn out that way. So this time, let's reach down. That up. Okay. Okay. Again, on the other side, let's reach and wipe the floor over here. Okay. Throw that away. All righty. What we're going to do now that we've done quite a few sitting exercises, we're going to stand up and use the chair for balance. And when you get to be my age, balance is not the easiest commodity to find. The first thing we're going to do, I want you to face the chair, put your hands on the back of the chair, and then step back, lean forward so your back is flat. This is called downward facing dog in the chair. And now we're going to walk the dog. That means lift one foot up and lift the other up, back and forth. There you go. You got it. Okay. We've been working our hips a little bit, so now let's wag the dog's tail, okay? That'll get your hips working pretty good. There you go. That's not bad. Okay, now step up to the chair. Step your right foot back. Now bend the left knee. And what I want you to do is to look down at that knee and make sure that the knee is tracking above the second and third toes. I always have a problem with my feet turning out. If you do that, it runs silly. But corpse pose is, as it sounds, is supposed to be very still. So place your hands on your knees and you can turn them up. That's a position of receiving, which is what we're trying to do now. We're trying to quiet our minds. That's one of the purposes of yoga too, is relaxation. And as you're relaxing, close your eyes and just breathe in and out naturally. Perhaps repeating some kind of mantra to focus on, like I'm breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm grateful for my breath. Just sit here. If thoughts come, let them come and go. I read somewhere that meditation is paying attention to the spaces in between the thoughts. Thoughts will come, but we don't have to get latched to them. Just relax. yoga class ends with a Sanskrit word called namaste, which translated means something like the spirit in me recognizes or bows to or honors the spirit in you. We believe that there is a spirit within all of us that unites us. And so that's what we're doing. And what I will do, what the teacher does and I will do today, is placing my hands at my heart center, I will bow and say, namaste. And you will respond by doing the same thing, either bowing and saying, namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much.